Good morning and welcome back to the course on OD and diagnostic intervention. We are in Unit 2, Session 3. The focus would be in the organization change, continuous or incremental change, discontinuous or radical change, participative change and directive change, and the change lead. Ram Narayan, the scientist, in his book, had discussed 4 changes: continuous or incremental change, discontinuous or radical, participative change, directive change. Now, the first two, basically continuous and discontinuous, are related to the change process first, and the last two, that is participative change and directive change, are related to the implementation. What is continuous change? It's a form of a plan change within an organization in which a change cycle is executed multiple times in rapid succession. So this is obviously opposed to discontinuous revolutionary change, and this means that continuous change makes a complex plan change process into smaller steps which are easier to execute. Now the process model of organized change continuous is: we have the forces for change. There's a change agent which around which things revolve. Recognize and define the problem, then the problem solving process, implement the change, measure and evaluate, control, and then the transition management. So this is the entire loop of how the continuous change model happens during the change. Now, to take some examples of continuous change, starters being one of the greatest examples of constant or continuous change. Instagram started a location-based social network. Groupon originated as a site for collective activism. And continuous experimentation and change, these companies were able to evolve their offering to change happens incrementally. Discontinuous episodic change can be based on an event or it's a sudden. Now, if you look at continuous change, allows for a much more stakeholder-driven approach where they know that this is going to, and it's much more of a consistent sort of approach. Feedback is collected early on and often throughout the projects to ensure that things are on track. It has got various benefits because stakeholder, which is very important, we are getting feedback and we know how things need to be managed. Stakeholders can obviously be customers, can be employees, board members, etc. Instead of waiting with the implementation and complete solution, we can see the quick changes since it's broken down into smaller increments. So this is implemented in successive iterations. Hence, the change also can be felt and imbibed. And since it's done in this way, there's a continuous value addition. And one of the important things is course correction can be done in this. Continuous measurement makes it possible to assess. So if the evolving product is fit for purpose and delivers intended value, then otherwise midway itself some changes can be made to ensure that. And this also, because of this continuous change, which managed well with proper inputs, people buy-in and all results in reduced resistance to. So that's one of the important factors there. And disadvantage of continuous change is that it may feel as never ending, especially when hard decisions, for example, restructuring and labor. It's easy to communicate the change as a one-time occurrence than an ongoing process. So this is